Hey yogis, welcome to week 2 of Countdown to the New Year. This is our open week, so last week we burned off what we didn't need. This week we're going to open ourselves up to new energy and new ideas. You'll need a blanket roll. So this should be rolled up so it's long enough to support your whole spine as well as your head. So we're going to start with our blanket roll on our mat, just in the middle here. And we're going to lay back on it. So find a seat, get a little bit of space between the sacrum and the roll, and go ahead and roll your spine back, adjusting as you need. Once you get down here, if the head's uncomfortable, you can always add an extra pillow under the head. You can also lift the hips and find some little adjustments up the low back as well. Arms can be anywhere, by the sides, overhead, on the body. Legs can be anywhere, extended, knees bent, knees wide. You're welcome to let the eyes close. Take a moment to just notice yourself here in space. Notice the feeling of the spine on the blanket roll. Notice your breath. Notice the quality of the air on your nostrils. Notice the environment around you, the quality of the air, any little background noises. And then start to work on expanding the breath in the center of the heart. So watch the inhale come in your nostrils. And then lift the heart up as you inhale. And then exhale, settling back down. Inhaling in the nostrils, letting the heart lift up. Exhale, settling down. Adding the ribs in. Inhaling, letting the heart lift and the ribs expand. Exhale, let the back of the heart sink down onto the blanket roll. Inhale, heart lifts, ribs expand. Exhale, let the back ribs melt down the sides of the blanket roll. Inhale, heart lifts, ribs expand. Exhale, heart sinks, ribs melt down the side of the blanket roll. Inhale into the collarbones, let them expand. Exhale, let the shoulders melt down the sides of the blanket roll. Inhale, collarbones expand. Exhale, shoulders melt down the sides of the blanket roll. Inhale into the low ribs and the belly. Exhale, let the low spine sink down. Inhale into the low ribs and the belly. Exhale, let the low spine sink down. All together, inhale into the full front body, let it expand all together. Exhale, let the whole spine sink and the side body, back body melt down the blanket roll. Again like that. Inhale, whole front body expand. Exhale, melting down onto and around the blanket roll. Letting go of some of the control of your breath, allow yourself to keep that expansion, keep that openness. I'm going to start to roll off of our blanket roll, simply choosing a side, rolling off slowly. We're going to make our way up to a seat, so gently pressing into the hands. And then we're going to come around onto our bellies on our mat. So move your blanket roll off to the side. And then find your way onto your belly, and you can have the forearms on the mat here to start. So setting the elbows roughly up underneath the shoulders. Hip points touch the earth here. Untuck the toes, tops of the feet on the ground. So the feet can be together. For a lot of us, that's going to crunch the low back though. So you're welcome to have the feet in line with the hips, or they can even be wider than the hips if you need, whatever works best for you. Ground down through the feet, press the hip points down, press the pubic bone down, and then ground into the forearms and isometrically drag them towards you and pull the heart up through the biceps. Little tuck of the chin here. And let the shoulder blades slide down towards the waist, so get a little activeness in the bottom of the shoulder blades. Take a breath into the heart and the collarbones. Exhale to remain. One more like that. Inhale into the heart and the collarbones. Exhale to remain. We're going to lower down onto the mat here, bringing the forehead to the earth. Bring the arms by the side so the fingers face somewhat towards the back of the mat, palms down. Ground down through the pubic bone. Lift the right leg, and like someone grabbed your ankle and is pulling on it, sort of drag that right foot away from you. Get a little extra length, and then reset the right leg down. Same with the left leg. Lift the left leg like someone grabbed your ankle. Reach that foot away from you, and then reset that leg down. From here, find a little engagement in the low belly. Lift both legs here. Good. Just holding this, finding the glutes even. See if you can find ease in the shoulders here. And then lower the legs back down. Lift head, neck, shoulders, and hands. Reach the arms behind you. Press the pubic bone down. And then bring the pinkies towards each other. They probably won't touch, but bring them towards each other. And then separate them. Two more like that. Pinkies towards each other. And then separate them. Again, pinkies towards each other. Use the back body. Separate them. Lower the upper body. Lift the lower body. Lower the lower body. Lift head, neck, shoulders, hands, pinkies towards each other. Separate, lower down. Lift the legs, lower down. Lift head, neck, and shoulders, pinkies towards each other. Separate, lower down. One more round. Lift the legs, lower down. Lift head, neck, and shoulders and hands, pinkies towards each other. Separate, lower down, all together. Lift head, neck, shoulders, legs, hands for our locust variation. Really find a little engagement in the low belly and press the pubic bone down. And then from here, bring the pinkies towards each other. And then circle the arms around so the arms are at a big Y going forward. And then cactus the arms together. Reach the hands back, pinkies towards each other. Circle the arms around to a big Y. Cactus the arms. Extend the hands back, pinkies toward each other. Circle the arms around to your Y. Cactus. Reach back, pinkies toward each other. Circle around to a Y. Cactus. Reach back, pinkies towards each other. Circle around to a Y. Keep some ease in the back of the neck. Cactus. Reach back, pinkies towards each other. Circle around to the Y. One more. Cactus. Reach back, pinkies towards each other. Circle around to a Y. Plant the hands on top of each other. Lower the forehead onto the hands. Lower the legs. Shimmy the hips out here for just a moment. Good. From here, bend the knees. We're going to work on keeping the thighs on the ground. No worries if they don't want to, but it actually might be easier for some of you. So if you would like, if you're not pregnant, you can grab your blanket roll, lift up, bring your blanket roll just here in the really deep low belly. So it's going to feel maybe slightly uncomfortable. As long as there's not pain, that's okay. So it's a little, for most of us, slightly above the hip points, but at the low belly. It may work on the hip points. Lowering back down, bend the knees, reach back, pinkies towards each other. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. Grab the ankles. And then kick the ankles into the hands. That's going to be a really key movement here. It's going to lift the heart up, press hip points down, reach the heart up, breathe space into the front body. Littlest tuck of the chin, just really slight, just so we're not collapsing the head back. Breathe space into the whole front body here. Into the fronts of the shoulders. See if you can picture the back of the heart down low between the shoulder blades and see if you can get active back there. Good. And then from here, try to lower down with control. So you may simply want to bend the knees slowly and use that to lower yourself down. Release, stack the hands under the forehead again. Release the legs, breathe into the back body. Good. One more small move before we're done for the day. Bring the hands next to yourself, press up to tabletop. So again, if you want the blanket roll for under your heart, we're going to puppy pose. That can be really nice here. Simply an option. Knees under hips, walk the hands forward. Start to melt the heart down. So before you go too deep, if you want that blanket roll, adjust it so it's right under the sternum. And then before you go all the way down, leave the forearms just above the earth. Activate through the low belly. Knit the ribs in here to start. We'll let go of that in a moment, but see what that feels like. And then magnetize the elbows towards each other and roll the eyes, the elbows up. You can even turn the fingers slightly out and let the shoulder blades sink into the back body. Rethink about that deep low belly. Just find that activeness. And then start to slowly let go of it and melt the heart down. Forearms on the earth. Either chin or forehead can come to the mat. Let the shoulder blades release, especially if you have a blanket roll underneath of your heart here. Let the ribs release a little. Keep just some engagement in the low belly, just so we take this curve out of the low back and we bring it up higher. Find the breath into the collarbones. Find the breath into the front of the heart and the ribs. Find the breath into the low ribs. And then all together, breathe fully into the front body. Exhale, let the spine sink down towards the earth. Inhale fully into the front body. Exhale, let the spine sink down into the earth, continuing with that cycle. Noticing that here, as the spine sinks down, we actually sink into a deeper back bend. Using the breath to guide your way deeper into this pose. And then from here, gently start to lift your way out of it. Begin to walk the hands back. We're just going to go to a little child's pose to close out. So bring the sit bones onto the heels. If you cannot get a connection there, you can again bring a prop around between the heels and the body. Walk the spine long. Let the forehead come to the earth, or it can again go on a block or another prop. Breathing into the back body here. Letting yourself feel open, feel ready. You're welcome to stay here as long as you would like. Thank you so much for joining today.